guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mr. W, and if you are an agent or if you're a broker and you've got two goals in mind, if you want to generate more leads and close more deals, then hit the subscribe button as well as clicking on the notification bell just so that you are notified each and every single time that I upload. And if you get mass total value from this, I want you to smash the like button as well as comment down below if you have any questions. Okay, so I'm just going to get straight into the purpose of the video, and this is essentially how you as a new real estate agent can market yourself. Okay, now the first piece of advice that I'm going to give you guys may sound a little rudimentary, it may sound a bit primitive and basic, but let me tell you something, okay? It works, right? I'm sure if you speak to a couple of top performers in your area, they'll tell you that the very first thing that they did is the advice that I'm going to give you, okay? And I cannot stress this enough because it really does set the foundation, really does set a solid foundation for you to actually get and kickstart your real estate career into gear, okay? So first things first, okay? You want to network, okay? Now, what do I mean by networking? I'm not talking about going onto LinkedIn and, making connections and all of that. Even though that is important, I want you to start making more physical connections, right? I want you to go out there and network with people within your niche, people within your industry, and people in your area, okay? So if there are multiple real estate networking groups, go and attend it, So for example, if maybe you're not necessarily sure of how to go about this, go on to www.meetup.com, okay? Or you can also go on to BNI as well, which is a tremendous and a really wonderful way for you to actually start growing your network base using BNI. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly explain what BNI is. So what basically BNI does is that it's a group of people that meet up each and every single week. I think they call chapters, right? So there's multiple chapters in different areas. So for example, if maybe your area has got 10 suburbs, right? Then each suburb will host its own chapter, okay? So each and every single chapter has got around 10 to 20 people at max, okay? And with each and every single person within that chapter, they all do something different, okay? So they all belong to various niches, right? So there's literally a plethora and a myriad of people who are in chapters, but they're doing something different. And the whole purpose of that is they don't want to have multiple people in the same niche. Why? Because what they're doing here is that they want to refer one another when it comes to business, right? So if you are a real estate agent in one chapter, right, another real estate agent is not allowed to join that group, if you get what I'm saying. So you're going to be the only real estate agent in that specific chapter. Now what that basically means is that the more people that are in your chapter, the easier it is for you to get referrals, okay? And this works tremendously well, especially because they are based in your area and they know people and they work basically to ensure that you get referrals, okay? So I believe BNI groups, you do have to pay and you do have to attend the events every single week. But the beauty around BNI events is that you are going to start getting more referrals on autopilot. And the return on investment from BNI, from just attending a BNI meeting every single week and paying the monthly subscription fee, which I believe is not even a lot of money, you'll make a lot of return on investment when it comes to that. Because if you are typically making around 5,000 to maybe 25,000 per deal, okay, what's a couple of dollars, right, every single month to a BNI group compared to how much you'll be making in the end? So start keeping that in mind. If you don't want to attend a BNI group, I would suggest going on to meetup.com and then start looking for real estate groups within your area where you can start speaking to people and really start getting your name out there. The whole purpose here is just for you to get your name out there and to also start setting out a solid foundation of people knowing you and keeping top of mind. Okay, so speaking of top of mind, this strategy is particularly going to work for people that already have an existing database. If you don't have a database, you don't have to worry about it because there is a way on how you can actually do it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to tell you a blueprint or an overview of how it works. If you have a database, right, what you want to do is that you want to extrapolate your database and then create a CSV file. Then with that CSV file, you want to go onto Facebook and create a custom audience according to your database. So if that database came from a mailing list or if it came from people that you've contacted before, then that's what you want to do. You want to name it according to your database. What is the sole purpose of the database? How did you actually acquire that database? Okay. And then what you want to do from there onwards is that you want to set up a budget on Facebook, right, where you start creating ads to that specific database. Now, the beauty around all of this is that now you are basically telling Facebook that you want to create ads specifically to the people within that database. So now it really does mitigate the whole process and the effort that Facebook now has to try find the right user and the right target market for you. You are basically telling Facebook, this is what I want, so I need you to put my ads in front of the right people, and that is it. So that's one of the best ways in how you can actually get your brand, right, and your name out there for people without having to actually spam them consistently all the time when it comes to sending them follow-up emails or just content that they may not necessarily respond well to. Okay, so that's if you have a database. But I get these questions a lot where it's like, okay, I don't have a database. If you're just starting out, how do I actually start getting a database, and how do I start building a database? Well, number one, as I said, you want to network, collect business cards, right? Now, don't just let those business cards or those contact details just run dry on your phone. Literally type them down, right? And slowly start building your database from there. If you consistently go into networking groups, if you're consistently speaking to the right people, okay, then what's going to happen is that your database is slowly going to populate. Okay, well, that's the long method. If you really just want to go straight into the quick and the fast method, which works as well, is what you want to do is you want to actually go on to I think it's databaseusa.com. Yeah, databaseusa.com. Okay, and then what you want to do is you want to buy a database of homeowners based in your area. Okay, so you want to then download that database of homeowners in USA based in your area. Okay, and then once you've done purchasing that database, it entirely depends up to you. I'm not sure how many people you want. Let's just say, for example, there's around 100,000 homeowners in your area. Okay. Now, obviously, the larger the database, the more expensive it's going to be. So you want to ensure that when you're purchasing a database, just ensure that it doesn't break your bank. So if, let's just say, for example, you only have a couple of $100, right, to spend on a database, you could typically get around, I'd say you could get a good 1,000, 2,000 people. Okay, that really isn't necessarily enough. I would say try aim for 10,000, because at least if you've got a database of 10,000 people and you start creating ads on Facebook by creating custom lookalike audiences, or even just create custom audiences, it's still going to work much better in your favor, because you're basically providing enough data for Facebook to find not only the people that are in your database, but also find people that are similar to them that will make the similar decision, those depending on your objectives. So if whether you want to gather more leads, or you want brand awareness, or you want to convert them into leads, it's entirely up to you. Okay, so once you're done downloading the database, or once you're done purchasing the database, you want to do the exact same strategy as I mentioned before, where you want to upload that custom audience onto Facebook. Okay, now again, these are for agents that don't have a database and don't necessarily have time to network. They just want to get straight into it. Okay, you want to then set aside a little bit of a budget, purchase that database, upload it on Facebook, create a custom audience, okay, and then you want to start creating ads where you can start building your brand and your awareness around that specific audience so that they know who you are. Okay, now most people would just purchase that database and start cold calling, or start spamming them with emails. And while that may work, although it's going to work upon the law of averages. Now, the law of averages is basically if, for example, if it takes you about 100 calls to get one lead, then it's going to take you 1,000 calls to get 10 leads. Now, does that really seem like it's conducive to your time? It's not. Okay, but if you take that list of the 1,000 people database onto Facebook, and you start creating more ads and you start creating more value, okay, value first before you ask for anything in return, you're gonna get a better return on investment, because now you start getting warm audiences, people who are opening up to you. And the most important thing, if people see you online, if people see your ads online, okay, and they resonate with it, guess what? Your authority level is literally rising to the top, okay? And you're slowly going to catch up to the person who's a top performer, right? Because if they see in your ads everywhere that they go, right, whether it's Instagram, whether it's Facebook, if they consistently see your face, if they consistently see your value and they're resonating with it, you are going to become that person of authority, and you're also going to be a person that they're going to be consistently speaking about offline. Okay, now that's the whole point. You want people to basically be your referrals, right? People who are going to refer you even though you don't know them, right? How many times has it happened where maybe you know someone online but you don't really know them like that, but because you've seen their content consistently online, and maybe someone needs help on something, you're like, oh no, I can actually refer you to this person, or check out this person's content, or maybe you're sharing content on WhatsApp, or you're sharing content on Facebook, wherever it is. The whole point here is that you want to put your content and your name out there, so that not only is your face being recognized, your value is being recognized as well. So now you're literally coming in, with the heat, because at the end of the day, not only is your strategy robust, okay, you're also building that rapport and that relationship with people in your area, and that is the most important thing. Okay, yes, you want to deliver value, yes, you want to close more deals, but the purpose here is that you want to build more rapport and value and getting that brand awareness so that you are top of mind consistently all the time. So I trust you guys got a lot of value from this. Comment down below if you guys have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video.